Hello once again, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Today we want to take a look at 303 graphene. And by now I'm sure there are plenty of great videos. When it comes to new products, I'm always late to the party, but I really do like to spend as much time as possible with the product, get familiar with it, and share my experience with you. So let's get started. 303 Graphene Nano Spray Coating. 15.5 ounces for $19.99. So the price is right. A little bit does go a long way having used the product. My vehicle needs a topper. You can use this on vehicles that have no protection at all for standalone, but you can also use it as a topper on just about anything. Mine needs a topper for a ceramic, or it's actually a ceramic / graphene coating, and that's exactly what we're going to do here today. Using a microfiber applicator, I'm going to spray onto the applicator. You can see it sprays on a dark color, expected being a graphene product. But as you spread it out and you want to do a crisscross pattern, left to right, then up and down, and maybe even more than once to ensure proper coverage, which is very important, you'll see after a couple minutes, it'll turn to a white or a light colored haze. And that's exactly what you want to see. So it'll tell you when it's time to wipe off. I have 2 microfibers to wipe off the product. I use one to get most of it. I'll follow up with a second one to buff to perfection. The product was formulated to really enhance gloss and paint clarity and bring out some depth in your finish. Provides a year plus of protection depending on prep and also depending on maintenance and how much you drive the car, what it is exposed to. So here you can see, now that we have it on, after about 1 to 3 minutes, you'll see a white hazing. That's when it's time to wipe off. Now the product is formulated that you can apply it to just about everything on the exterior of your car, protected or unprotected, on top of a coating, a wax, or a sealant, and even on surfaces that haven't been prepared properly. So if you just wash it and make sure the surface is as clean as you can get it, it was formulated to apply and actually bond to just about any type of surface. I personally, being in a shop setting and a professional detailer, cannot recommend applying it to a surface that hasn't been properly prepped. I will not do it. So a wash, clay, decontaminate, and at least some type of correction, even if you have to polish by hand, guys. You're getting that clear coat or the surface just squeaky clean and bare. So when you use products like this, you can get the most out of them. Now I know there are some out there that would buy the product and may not have the knowledge to do any type of preparation or correction to get the surface perfectly clean. So they can use a product like this and just spray it to a wash and perfectly dried car and get some results, but not as good as if you properly prep the surface. Decontamination in at least a 1-step, even if by hand. So let me give you the first-person view, and you can see just how easy the product is to use. No effort whatsoever. You'll get around the car quickly. I well maintain this vehicle, but there's no kickback in gloss, that's for sure. It's actually just adding gloss to it. It'll add protection. And you just repeat this process all the way around the car. And you can take it right out into the weather if you want to. There is no cure time. The coating can be utilized to protect really a variety number of exterior surfaces. That will include paint, clear coat, single stage, glass, wheels, trim, and much, much more. As you can see there in the reflection, extremely pleased with it so far, and I have been using it on my own cars and some other cars I've been experimenting on. So far, so good. Really, the only thing I need to do is wait, let some time go by, let these vehicles get exposed to Mother Nature, traffic film, UVA, UVB, IR, extreme heat, cold, and see how they hold up. To the test panel we go. And normally you would see me doing a wash, a polish, using an IP solution. All I did here was use a rinseless product, a waterless wash, put some masking tape, tape off a test area, and we're going to apply the product with hardly any prep at all. And this will give you a little bit better view on this darker blue color here, how easy it is to apply and remove. We'll get 2 layers on there. Now, there is no cure time, as I mentioned earlier, but it'll be a good 24 hours plus until I get back to the panel, and we'll be able to continue on with the video. A good full day and a half later, we'll come back to the test panel, and those that follow the channel regularly and are familiar with this test panel that I use a lot, it'll always start out with 88 gloss units when cleaned properly. And it's jumped up pretty far. Not the highest on the channel, but impressive gloss. You can automatically feel the slickness. So there's 2 positives so far. Most of these graphene coatings boast of being able to handle heat properly, UVA, UVB, fight water spots, all that jazz. So what we're going to do is concentrate a little area with heat exceeding 220 degrees. Then when we go out and spray some water on it, we'll be able to see if it can hold up to those temperatures or fail, and you'll be able to tell very easily. Outside we go, and it boasts that it can be used in direct sunlight successfully, and that's exactly what we'll do here. I did not see a difference inside, outside. It was user-friendly to put on the surface and then wipe off. Let me pull off the masking tape, and has it given the panel a darkening effect to the area we applied the product to. It should make it darker, richer, give it a little bit of depth. I could see a little bit of a difference. Okay, now let's take a look at its water shedding or hydrophobic properties. Let's give the coating a little bit of a test, and let's start off with the 10 wash test. There have been plenty of waxes, detailers, sealants, and coatings that do not even make it past this test. Just straight up 10 washes back to back to back with a strip wash. No problem whatsoever. Didn't seem to faze it. Let's see if it will survive a round or two of the traffic film test. I have a little bit left before I have to mix up another batch. Let's see what we can get out of it. Traffic film, of course, everything that can and will leak from an automobile onto the roadways and combine into a soupy mess after it rains, splash up onto your car. How does this coating deal with all that mess? Beating and fighting off the chemical, doing a good job, actually. So we're going to rinse this off, hit it with an alkaline cleaner, give it the strip wash. It's going to be exposed to just about everything up and down the pH scale. And if it survives that, we'll give it another round. With the traffic film almost gone, we're going to call it a day and pack in the testing. But so far, so good, guys. There's no substitute for Mother Nature, but this tells me a lot after doing this test over and over again. That will bring us to the final thought segment of this video, the 303 graphene. And guys, when it comes to the new graphene products, instead of being pulled into debates on graphene and how they're used in formula, pure graphene, graphene oxide, RGO, reduced graphene oxide. I am familiar with the process and the chemistry working with these products. I would rather spend the time and energy sharing with you my experience with the results, the experience of how the cars are coming back, exposing my car to Mother Nature and the elements and how it holds up. I think that's much more useful information, because if we're not getting results, we're having bad user experience, or it's not durable, the hell does it matter what's in the formula of some of these products? When it comes to a rating on the channel, I'm going to go ahead and give it impressive, and that's actually very good because we don't have all the information. I have not sent some of these vehicles out into real-world situations, which it's no way to replace that. There's no test we can do in the shop, in a shop environment, to simulate what Mother Nature can do to a car. So we just have to wait. And I will keep you filled in, so stay tuned to the channel. Brian from Apex Detail. I like the product. Don't hoard detailing products like I do. Only purchase and order when and if you need it. But if you're looking for a topper, a standalone sealant, give it a shot. I like it. Catch you guys in the next video.